Hello, good evening, welcome to New Forest Morphs. Tonight we're going to do a special video. Mandy's joining me, so thank you for being my camera lady, Mandy. And tonight we're going to be highlighting one of our projects which is going on nicely, which is the Axanthic Clown project. And what we're going to do is we're going to show you the double hets that we've bought. Jade bought them for Christmas last year. Going to give you an update on how they're doing, how they're progressing. We'll have a look at them in the spotlight. They've both just shed out and we're moving them up to the adult racks because they're starting to pack on weight. And then we'll have a look at the project, look at some probabilities tonight. We're going to be looking at what we're trying to achieve on a visual. I'd love to get a Leopard Axanthic Pastel Clown, is what we're targeting for, but that'll be several years ahead. But I think if we can hit a Axanthic Clown, a Pastel Axanthic Clown, I'll be absolutely delighted. And if it's a Super Pastel Axanthic Clown, I'll be over the moon. But before we do that, just an update on how we're doing in the breeding program. So we've got three final locks that we're putting out for this year. So I just wanted to show you what we've got going on so far. First of all, the Dreamsicle project. And if you want to come in and have a little look, Mandy. So I've put Bowser and Peach together. And you can see they're quite close. They're not locked at the moment. They've only been in a few hours. But I'll bring them out and show you what they're up to. But he's got his tail alongside her body. And there's good intimacy there, isn't there, man? So they're both up to size now. The female is 1700 grams and the male is 1500 grams. So we shall see whether or not we get a lock there tomorrow morning when Jade joins us. And also we've got some other things going on here. We've got the Money Penny. So this is the Het Orange Ghost pied. So she's a double het and she's a pastel girl. And she's 100% double het for Orange Ghost and pied. And we put to her husband, Samo, which is a male fire pastel, 100% double het pied Orange Ghost. So we'll just have a look and see what they're up to now. Money Penny is about 1900 grams now. And you can see, there they are. And what she's done is she's created some urates at the back to help stimulate the process. So there's certainly been some evidence of some what I call pre-preparation breeding going on there, and we'll leave them to continue their courtship. And then the final one I was going to show you was the Super Gravel. So we put the Ivory, Super Pastel Ivory, which is double yellow belly boy, and we've put him, he's been alpha, he's now up to nearly 1100 grams, so he's really doing well. And we put him to our Super Gravel Electra, and she's nearly 2000 grams and she's looking really big. So let's have a look and see if there's any activity in here. So that's that one there. So they are kind of alongside each other at the moment, tail to tail. His tail's alongside her body, and there's plenty of signals there that tell me that they are compatible. And looking forward to seeing a lock there. So there's the three that could give us some interesting things, and I want to give you an update on how our girl Jade is doing over here, because I had a good clean out today. I'm going to bring her out and show you how she's doing. And she's down here, she's looking huge. There she is. Now I'll just actually bring her out. Just show you how she's looking. So what I've done is I've actually given her a complete clean out. She's, I believe, Jade and I believe that she's ovulated, Mandy, and she's carrying quite a few eggs, because when I cleaned her today, as I was lifting her, I could feel the eggs in her body, and they look really chunky, and you can see she's starting to glow. So she's carrying an ultra male Mojave. His Titus went to her and locked several times, and she is quite incredible. Got some really nice patterns about her, but she's starting to glow. So what I thought I'd do is I'd give her a good clean so we don't have to disturb her. But her name is Jade, and she's a phantom, and she's about 2500 grams, Mandy. So that's probably going to be the next set of eggs that we're going to get, hopefully in the next 6 weeks. So we'll just slip her back, and once we get a pre-lay shed, it's about 4 weeks that we'll then hopefully get some eggs from her. So that's really exciting. So just a quick update on how they're doing. So before we go any further, I just wanted to show you the target that we're trying to go to, and I'll show you my double hets that we're doing. Now, using the genetic wizard, we can get lots of probabilities out. Now you'll see here, I've got a het Axanthic VPI, I've got a het clown, and I've got a super pastel. So that's what we've got on the boys side, and on the girls side we've got a pastel double het VPI Axanthic VPI clown, and this gives me all the probabilities. So there you can see a picture of both snakes, and then you see the percentages. There's quite a few outcomes. So you can get a pastel, you can get a pastel het clown, you can get a pastel het Axanthic, you can get a clown pastel, 1 out of 32, a VPI Axanthic pastel, a super pastel, a pastel double het, a clown double het, clown single het VPI, a super pastel het Axanthic VPI, or we get a VPI Axanthic pastel het clown, a super pastel het clown, an Axanthic VPI super pastel, an Axanthic VPI clown. So, and that's with pastel in it as well. So a pastel VPI, so 1 out of 32 chance of getting one of those, Mandy, from this pairing. So if we do get, say, I don't know, 8 eggs, it could take 4 attempts to get that. So it's quite a long set of odds there, but when you add up all the odds, it's about 1 out of 16 chance, I think it is, when you add up all, because you can see here that the perfect animal we can go for is this one here, which is an Axanthic VPI line clown super pastel. See the one at the bottom there, Mandy? Now I might be able to make it bigger so you can see it better. So these are the ones that would be lovely to hit. So we've got a 1/16 chance of doing a killer clown, which is basically a super pastel clown. And if you click on the picture, it should give you an example of what you're going to hit. So there's a killer clown. Okay? And there's another example of a killer clown. So I really like the genetic calculator because it can show you what you can achieve. And if we go back to the original, let's see if there's one of those that's been produced. So let's have a little look and see what we've got. No, there isn't one of those produced there. So let's go back. Axanthic VPI Super Pastel Het Clown. So I think there's a 1 in 16 chance of us hitting a pastel Axanthic Clown is what we're looking for. Now I've got a picture of one here, and I'll show you the picture I've got. If I go on to Morphmarket USA, look at this lovely clutch here, produced by a guy called George MD Reptiles in the US. So that's his clutch of Axanthic VPI clowns and het clowns, and you can see in there, if I go big on it, you can see what they look like. Aren't they gorgeous? So that's what we're aiming for. And if I go here, you can see an example of one that he's selling on his Morphmarket, which is, let's see if I can find it, there you go. And that, believe it or not, is $4,000 US for that. They go as high as $6,500 US. So if you hit one, they're worth their weight in gold. And obviously there's very few out there, so if you do get a chance to access one, wonderful project. So we thought we'd go the long route and actually get a couple of double heads and see whether we can produce the snake pair. And we would love to get a leopard Axanthic clown that's got super pastel in, and that would be amazing. I know that Billy at Mutation Creation has hit a leopard Axanthic clown, and they look absolutely gorgeous. So let me show you the animals. Come and have a quick look at the animals, and then we'll come back and we'll have a look and see what's available on Morphmarket at the top end on the clown projects at the end. So come and have a look at my beautiful project here, and we'll put them under the spotlight, Mandy, as well. So we're going to start off with Galileo, who's the boy. Yeah. Let's have a look and see how much he weighs, and then we can have a look at him in the natural light as well, and then we'll put him in the light box as well. So he is a Super Pastel double het. Just look at that, Mandy. Look how lovely he is. Zoom in on him. Okay, and now I'll put him under the. Let's have a little look and see if I can put him under here. So, just don't want him to. Let's see, he's turned his head around. It's always dodgy going in with their head facing because they could. There we go. There he is, Mandy. Have a look under this natural light here first. Here he is. Are you beautiful? Yeah. How about that, man? You can see the Super Pastel has a real deep blushing on the head. That's what gives away the Super Pastel. But you can look at the crazy markings, and we'll compare that with his wife-to-be because she's got single pastel. But let's put him in the light box and see how he lights up. But we'll give him away as well. Do you want to have a little zoom in on him, man, while I get his wife? How's he doing? Is he behaving himself?
Yeah.
Lovely animal? He's lovely, isn't he? Right, and here's Curiosity. I'm going to bring her in as well. And there she is. Come and have a look at her under the natural light. So she's got one, they're both double het for Axanthic Clown, but she's got one gene in her of pastel, and you can see the difference, how double pastel lightens them up a lot, but she's still beautiful. And she's got a lovely temperament as well. So let's just put these in together and see how they look. Alongside each other, you borrow the camera. So you can see the double version of pastel, how bright it is compared to the single. And he's checking her out. They're too small to breed at the moment, but there's nothing wrong in introducing them to each other as potential partners going forwards. So really beautiful, really, really beautiful. But it's the hidden genes as well. And the reason we went for pastels is because pastel mixed in with Axanthic Clowns are beautiful, Mandy. So we'll weigh them and then we'll put them in their rubs. So let's have a little look. Let's just see how big the male is. There we go, big fella. Let's just weigh you up and see. I'm hoping he's over 700. He's 767 grams, which is wonderful, man. 767. So he's big enough to go to his adult rub. Now I prepared a rub for him up here. And you can come and have a look at his new home. There you go, fella. That's where you're going to be living now. Do you want to come and have a look, man? Put him in there. And I'll have a little look and see how he's settling into his new home. There we go. What do you think, fella? He's lovely, isn't he? It's the Super Pastel, beautiful colours. Well, there we go. We leave you in peace. And you've got a nice hide. So the key is when you put these new animals into their new adult racks is to actually have a medium-sized hide. And what that does is it actually... now look at his girl coming out, looking for him. What it does, Mandy, is it gives them more security and cover. And what I'll also do is I'll put in some of his bedding as well. Let me just slip his bedding in. So he's got some scented bedding in his new rub as well. That helps him with the transition. And we'll also move his ladle across. Is she on a flight at the moment?
Can see why she got her name.
Sorry?
Can see why she got her name.
Curiosity. Yeah. I think we'll weigh her, shall we? See how much she weighs. Come on, babies. So he was 770, wasn't he? Or thereabouts. Let's see how much she weighs. Sorry?
Yeah.
Let's see how much she weighs. So she's weighing 821. So she's slightly ahead of him. And we find when they get to 800 and they're able to take a small rat, their next stage of their development goes quite quickly, about 100 grams a month. So if we want to get her up to 1600, it will probably take another, let's work it out, 8 months for her to be up to size. So you're probably looking at sometime in March next year she'll be ready to go, and he's going to be ready to go because he's already mature and he's already at that weight. So good. So all I have to do is just remind me to move the labels across later, Mandy. Let's come back and just see on Morphmarket what's available in the clowns. So we're going to stick with the clown theme. What I like to do each week, it's always good practice as you keep an eye on the market, see what people are producing. And since there's quite a few babies now starting to come on the market, I like to have a look and see, using filters, what's available on Morphmarket. So let's just see if we can find, that's the genetic calculator. Let's look at the clown ball python. So what I've done here is, you'll see on the screen, Mandy, if you can go on the screen, there's a filter here that I click on the filter and I put in clown, and we'll see any clown over 8,000. Can you see the filters there? So it asks you to include a trait, and I put clown in there. Then you can put a price in there, and I've set a starting price of $8,000. And then if you do that, and then you go, it will take you to, it will filter everything for you, and you can see the clowns that are being produced, high-end clowns in the US at the moment. So let's have a look at the first one, which is a Wookiee clown. And we don't have Wookiee in our collection, but it's definitely on our list to do. It's called a Wookiee. Mandy, what do you think of the Wookiee gene? It's pretty?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. So there's not a price on that one, you have to inquire on that one. But I think they're lovely. And let's have another picture of that one. There you go. So Wookiee clowns are definitely in there. A pastel confusion clown, John's Jungle, $8,500 US. Let's have a look at that one. So getting confusion into your clowns is well worth looking at. And you can see why. I mean, it looks very similar to a leopard, doesn't it? It's the confusion gene. Looks very leopardy to me. Beautiful animal. And again, we don't have confusion in our stock at the moment. Cypress is the other one that's putting value in the clown. So if anyone's got the Cypress gene, and you can see again John's Jungle, let's have a close up and have a look and see what we've got there. His pictures are actually out of focus. He needs to get a better camera, I think. Particularly if you're charging £8,500 or €8,000 to get a decent camera. Cypress Lesser Clown, let's look at how the Lesser does. That one's in focus. Let's see if we can have a look and see how that looks. There you go, man, that's the Lesser. Cypress Lesser Clown. Beautiful patterns on it, and you can see the lesser impact. Lovely. Let's see what quality we've got here. There's another Cypress Lesser. A Super Banana Enchy Clown. Let's have a look at this one. BP9. Let's have a look and see how that looks. Very pretty. Very nice indeed. Super Banana Enchy Clown. A Caramel Clown Pied, $12,000. Reptile Ranch, let's have a look at it. A Caramel Clown Pied. Beautiful. So the caramel and the pied go beautifully together. Very nice. And he's got 3 recessives in there, that's why it's €12,000, it's because you've got pied-bald, clown and caramel albino in there as well. Let's have a little look. Hurricane Clowns. So that's a Hurricane Clown, Het DG. Again, you've got to inquire in there. And I think the reason why it's called Hurricane, Mandy, is because see all these patterns, they kind of create a hurricane look. So there we go, Hurricane Clown Het DG. Very nice. We've got a Lavender VPI Axanthic Clown. So there's another three recessive gene animal there. 15,000 US. The Super Pastel Stranger gene clown. Let's have a look at that one. This is a het coast as well, so it's got het coast. Let's have a look at this one. It's pretty. And then you got, and that was 11,500, again John's Jungle. Art, let's have a look at this one, this looks very pretty, 14,000, again it's got Stranger in it. So you've got a Stranger Super Pastel Clown, and the guy is from West Palm Beach, Florida. 14,000 US for that. And there it is, Mandy. Pretty. A Lavender Albino Clown, 8,000 US. And that's something that we are trying to achieve here. We've got the genes to do it. It's a double recessive. It's also known as the Grail, so they call that the Grail, also known as a Lavender Albino Clown. Let's have a look. Stranger Leopard Clown. I love leopard clowns. So that's with the Stranger in. Let's have a look at it. And it's got like a pied marker in there as well. You see the pied marker in there? I don't think it's a pied ball, but we can double check that. Beautiful animal. Leopard and clown go so well together. And it's got Hurricane in as well. And that one's from Renowned Reptiles. Okay, let's have a look and see what else we've got here. A Black Pewter Confusion. Let's have a look at that, 9,500 bucks. So you add Confusion to Clown, it ups the price a lot, Andy. You see how much it goes up? But that one's 100% het for Ghost, and it's got Black Pastel in as well, so that's probably why it's slightly more expensive. And then here we have a Bongo Ghost Clown, 8,000 US. Now we've got a Bongo Het Clown in our collection. Isn't that just beautiful? And I'll perhaps at the end remind me to show our Bongo off and how it's doing, because it's getting quite big. And the Stranger Leopard Clown. Let's have a look at that. And that one is 14,000 US. Stranger Leopard Clown, so the Stranger gene is definitely adding value to the snake. A Stranger Enchi, Possible Gravel Clown. Let's have a look at it. Wow, really pretty. The Enchi brightens it up and you can see the banding going on here. Let's just go back and have a look at the price on that one. That one's to inquire. And then you've got a Pastel Spotnose Stranger Clown. So bringing in the Spotnose. And that one's a female at 721. And I think we're almost there now. And these are the ones that have been sold. A Super Pastel Banana. A Lavender Clown Het. See what it is, het for Axanthic. So that will have what we want in there, but it's also got the Lavender Albino in there, 8,000 US. So there's an Albino Clown, and I've got an Albino that's het for Clown. So we're aiming for that project, and we've got the Lavender Albino as well, so we can throw that in as a double Albino, and that is 8,000 US. And what else? Butter Enchy Ghost Clown. Let's have a look at this one. $9,000 US. This one's on hold. It's also got Ghost in there. 2 recessives and 2 codoms. This one's a very pretty one. A Super Pastel Desert Ghost Clown. Now I want to have a look at that one. That looks gorgeous. Super Pastel Desert Ghost Clown. Now that is worth shooting for. Isn't that lovely? That's seriously pretty. Yeah, and we've got the ingredients of that here at New Forest Morphs. So back, and what price do they want? $14,000 for that, and someone's bought it. It's on hold. A Pastel Desert Ghost. So similar, but just got the one gene in there, pastel rather than super pastel. Still very pretty. And that one's $14,000. And a Firefly Orange Dream Clown, 10,000. Now this one's got a hell of a lot of genes in it. Leopard Pastel Yellow Belly Enchy Spotnose Orange Dream Clown and Fire. Woohoo! Let's have a look and see what they look like. Bright as a button. There we go. So that's what the Morphmarket US is showing on the top clowns of the week. So just to finish off the video, Mandy, I'll show you the Albino Clown that we've got, and also I'll show you, there was one other snake I was going to show you as well, wasn't I? It was just the Bongo Head Clown, and then we'll call it a wrap, I think. Now this Bongo, Mandy, Jad's been feeding it. Every time he pulls out the drawer, she comes out and just wants the nail thing. So we've got to go and proceed very carefully here. And if I just, there she is. She's so fiery, but you can see the Bongo. There you go. Isn't she lovely? So she's about 650 to 700. And you know why she's called a Bongo?
It's the shape of the markings.
If you look at the markings on them, it's like a double drum. There's one there that has a double drum like a bongo. See the double drummers? And then she's lovely, isn't she? So she'll be moving up soon. She won't be long before she moves up. And then I'll just show you the other one we've got. So we've also got some vanilla Spotnose Clowns, which are coming on nicely, which I'll give you an example of one here. That beauty in there. And again, she's about 600-700 grams. I'll put her under the spotlight for you so you can see how she's doing. Bit hissy, but you'll see how beautiful her spot nose is. And if you pass me the camera, Mandy, we'll see if we can get a close up on that head stamp. There she is. Vanilla, spot nose, 100% het clown female. And she's about 700. And I wonder if I can just get her to show us her head stamp. Come on, darling. Don't be shy. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Spot nose just is so beautiful, and the vanilla really brightens it all up. So pleased. So gorgeous. And there we have it. So, pass that back to Mandy. And we've just got time to have a quick look at the Albino Clown, and then we're going to call it a wrap. So thank you. Her name's Europa. So she'll be moving up to the adult rack soon. Jad and I are going to have to purchase some more racks soon because all these babies are coming up to size. So this is the one I was going to show you, Yazoo. He's 100% het clown albino. And I just gave him a hide before he moves up. He's in shed at the moment. But he's about 550 grams. So he's almost, needs another 300 or 400 and he'll be able to breed. And his partner is Xena. I've only got a quick few seconds to show you her before we go. She's ready to go. She's nearly 1700 to 1800 grams.